Hello everybody. Bloody hell. Thought I'd grabbed everything. Give me a sec. Okay, sorry about that. Right, a couple of things. First off, apologies if you can hear a weird noise in the background. The dishwasher's making some noises. Secondly, different pair of safety glasses. These are the ones that were stinking. I had to scrub them clean. They're now not stinking of white spirit. So I'm trying them out for the first time today to see if it helps with my eyes. The only thing is I've cleaned them so well, I think that I've now got different light angles through the glass, through the plastic. Right, thirdly, I have got myself a couple of new toys, but also I'm going to try and do the doweling today. But I do want to show a couple of the tools I've got here. I mentioned that with the dowels, when I put them in, they're going to need chopping off, and that I could use the jigsaw. Well, I thought, well, that would work for something that would be perhaps near the edge of a piece, but what if it's on one of the bigger pieces and it's too far away for the actual jigsaw blade to reach? So I thought, I know, I'll have a look and see if there's any small saws. And I came across this evil little bastard. The Stanley Fatmax. Now the Fatmax is a brand. It's not the name of this tool, but this is a heavily serrated, I mean it is basically, it's a fucking handheld saw. But I figured this would be absolutely perfect for getting in and being able to cut like that. But not only that, this can be used to cut plasterboard, which is something that obviously my dad needs cutting, and on occasion odd shapes. It would be easier to do with this potentially. It'd be interesting to see how I'll get on with this. But I figured I'd get this because as well, it's long enough to reach all the way over quite easily, but also it's not so big that I need shitloads of space to be able to use it. Now, obviously, I have also got a saw. That's a normal saw, it's just shorter in length. This one's an Irwin, and I tell you what, I learned something recently about a saw, and I never fucking knew it, and I couldn't believe that I never knew it. Alright, so if you don't know this is going to blow your fucking mind. Okay, let's say for example, on this table, I wanted to do a cut, so do a cut from here going up that way, but I haven't got a ruler. So to draw a straight line could be a bit difficult. Now I've got some bits of wood, I could use that, but bits of wood bend and move and they're not always straight. But did you know that with a saw, if you actually butt it up to an edge, it will give you a 90-degree perfectly straight line. So then you can draw your line and then you can cut your line. And not only that, it's got a 45-degree and angle as well. So if you wanted to do a 45-degree angle, you just put that up to the edge and you got a 45-degree angle. Fucking cracking. But you want to know the real piss take? It even fucking says it on the fucking handle. I never knew that. The amount of times I've had a saw and needed to draw a straight line and not had something straight, and not even thought about the possibility of using the fucking saw itself. See, do learn things here. And the thing is, if you don't know about that, the next time you use a saw, have a look. It might not have the numbers, but I bet it'll give you a 90-degree and a 45-degree angle anyway. Now, I can't tell if this has got a bit of a scuff on the blade or whether it's got a plastic cover a very thin plastic coating like you get on a phone, but I'm not really seeing anything, but I'm not too worried about that anyway. But this, to be honest, this is here mainly for a backup in case I have problems with the jigsaw or something that the jigsaw can't cut. I figured, you know what, I'll get myself a smallish normal saw because I do not have one, and to be honest, these two together was about 20 quid, so it was actually a hell of a lot cheaper than I was expecting for what these are going to allow me to be able to do. And to be honest, this one, I wish I'd have had this about 8 months ago. It would have helped me in a lot of little projects. I've got a feeling this is going to end up being a very useful tool there. But yeah, I mean the saw might not get used much, but anyway, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Okay, got my hammer. Now normally this is not a tool that I would use on this kind of project, because with the dowels to knock them in, I would actually prefer to use a rubber mallet, but I don't have a rubber mallet. Now I could have bought one, but I didn't fucking think about that the other day. So what I will do instead, to make sure that I don't split the wood, I've got a couple of options really. When a dowel's in place, I can use another dowel on top so I hit one into the other and then it protects it. Or what I'm actually gonna do is go with this, because it doesn't matter if I fucking didn't or damage this, it doesn't matter. And that will help protect it, not like that, but put it on top and then hit it with a hammer. So, I mean, it's always recommended for anything that you would normally need a rubber mallet for. If you've got a rubber mallet and you're going to use a normal hammer, don't just hit what you're going to be using, because chances are you're going to fucking damage it. Got my 2 drill bits, 5mm, 10mm for drilling out the holes. I'm not going to be doing lots of drilling though, because it doesn't really need it. It's only little bits of drilling. And then obviously I've got my glue. Will literally be dip the dowel in the glue, pop it in the hole, knock it in, wait for them to dry, which may take a bit of time. Could be a day to really get them dry, and then I can chop them all off. I mean, I may be able to, well, I could probably chop them off today, because what I do like to try and do is, especially with the dowels, is it doesn't have to go in the whole length of the dowel. If you can go in half, I mean, I'll put them in as far as they will go, but if I'm drilling the holes, I will try and drill a hole no more than half the depth of a dowel, so that one dowel can do 2 holes. It just saves a lot of fucking hassle there. Right, hopefully, yeah, that has now been charged up. So what I need to do now is just get myself organised a little bit so that I've got everything to hand to just crack on with each of these. So give me a few minutes. Okay, so on these pieces, it's okay, got a big one there, so I'll put the small ones in. I think what I might do, well, we'll see. I was going to say what I might do is go through all of the small ones. Oh, you know what they might be. No, that's all right. I wonder if these are bigger than 5mm. I haven't got a tape measure here, but I'm pretty sure. I thought these were 5mm. No, they're not. They're 6. Right, where is... I'd say that's about right. Well, actually, well, know what, it's going to might seem a bit stupid this, but I'm just going to do a test. It might fit in there. Okay, well, I'll keep an eye on it and we'll see. With these, oh fucking hell, now I've made a fucking hole there, I might as well fucking properly drill it and then properly fucking fill it. Right. So it's not exactly anything special out of this. Ooh, okay, so this is what I'm going to find out whether it will fit or not on the 5mm drill bit. It does just. That's fucking tight. I've got a big t-shirt hugging me. I would expect it to go into these a little easier because I think these are slightly bigger hole. Yeah, they are. Maybe 5.5 would be better. Now, I'm not having to use a lot of glue here because it will spread itself. I know I said I was going to use the big blocks of wood as packing pieces, but this is working quite well. So. I almost feel like something is crawling on my fucking arm, but there's nothing there. Maybe it's my hairs. The thing is, I've been feeling it for like 4 fucking days. Right, so that's those ones done. Let's see all that. I think that's going to need drilling out to a 10. Oh, talking about new toys, having got new toys as well. Something else that has arrived is my carving toolkit has arrived. I might show that on another video. Right, okay, so let's swap that back out. And I'm thinking, let's swap the 5mm for the 5.5mm. I mean, admittedly, I should easily remember which fucking size exactly used, but my memory's shit, so. Right then, okay, so for the bigger dowels, this is going to potentially take a few. I do want to, I'm just going to give, now normally I wouldn't do this bit, but because it's got to go a long way in, I do want it to, I was going to say spread all along the shaft, but that wasn't what I really wanted to say. Okay, you should be going further. Okay, doesn't want to go any further. In that case then, I shall pop that into the next one. I'm not going to force it more than it's going to go. I will still need to do a bit of filling on this as well, but I won't do that until I've chopped it all down anyway. Okay, so there's a little hole there. I could do that. I might as well. It's not going to need a big. I'm not going to need a big hole drilling, and I've got some half pieces in here. I'm going to use one of them. Come on, you fucker. Okay, that's gonna. That would have not worked. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold it. And then get ready. I'm gonna hit my fucking thumb with a fucking hammer. Doesn't quite want to go that. Odd that it's gone on a bit of an angle there. It's getting tough though. There we go. Now some of this may seem a bit like overkill. I mean, is it worth doing all of this considering that none of this is ever going to be seen? Well, for me the answer is yes, because this is all about me learning. And although yes, I've done this process, what I haven't managed to do yet is to do this process and then make it look as if it hasn't been repaired. So as daft as that might sound, I've not been able to sort of fully blend in a repair. Just put a little bit more on that one. Now, I mean, I can't say I've always tried to get them to blend in, but it has always been kind of the objective. And I think one of the reasons for doing this, I think one of the things that I've not been doing previously is once it's they're glued, dried, chopped off, sanded down and everything, then clean it with white spirits to neutralise it. Because I think that's where I've been going wrong. So even though it looks like all of the glue has been cleaned off, sanded off, and isn't there anymore, unfortunately, it's soaked into the wood a bit and is still there. Okay. Right, so I've got 3. That one should be alright. This one needs to go a little deeper. Come on, get in there. Okay, so those ones need to be left to dry for a while. Well, I'm going to continue on. Okay, so I've got 2, 3 small and 2 big ones there. This is where I go and accidentally fucking go and fill a hole I need. See, this is a back support piece. It doesn't need any more holes than those 3, which means that and then that. Now, looking at all the, obviously the sawdust that is appearing on the table now, which you might be able to see it, but good fucking job wearing my fucking big glasses. Now, it's possible that this isn't the best type of drill bit for going through this wood, but it's the only 10mm drill bit that I've got. Not going to go in dead far, but we'll go in far enough. Okay, oh, I've got the small one there. Yeah, jackass. If I'm going to do it, I might as well fucking do it all, and I do it all fucking properly. Or as properly as I can. The thing is, if I end up running out of fucking dowels, that'll be a bit of a pain in the arse, but obviously I've got halves all over the place. I've got the halves. Right, let's go with the smalls. Now the hole that's on the other side of this is going to be a ball ache to get to until these ones are cut off. So I might have to cut these off in a moment. And get to see how well the new tool will work. That's going to need a deeper hole. Bollocks. Now, do. I think that's got it a bit too easy, to be fair. Maybe the 10mm has created a slightly bigger hole than I really want. Might be able to get it in. Right, that'll do for now on that one. Then what I might do is I'll get this one done, and then I will go through chopping the bits off of those, because then I can put them to one side out of the way. Okay, there's none to do on that one. Right, in that case then I can go to the side and might as well chop those bits off before we move on to the bigger pieces. So yeah, quite a bit of sawdust coming off there. Right, so time for trying out the new tool and hopefully not fucking cutting myself. I need some of the blue sheeting, hang on. Okay. Yeah, I just need some of this to try and just clean up a bit of the glue before I actually go cutting. Although it has pretty much dried already, so I should have cleaned it off straight away, but if it's dry it's not really going to stick to my saw. Okay. Right. Let's get chocolate, shall we? That'll be a longer, better piece to hold. Let's do this sensibly. I don't say that very often. There it is. Oh. Ow. Fucking clamp's not big enough to go around the whole of the table. That is a bit of a surprise. It's going to make it a little more stable. Maybe. Fuck's sake. Now what I should have done is not rested on the wood, because I've now carved into the fucking wood. So I'm not sure clamping it fucking helped that much. Clamping it did help. Fuck's sake. The fucking clamps come loose. The fuck? Oh. Fucking shit. I'm gonna have to go without it, aren't I? Right, take a moment, Dave, because that's not fucking working. Might be one advantage to being a fat bastard. I've struggled to get a forward stroke on it, but to be fair, the back stroke is doing alright. that was working better with me putting my weight on it. So only a few to do on this one. It's quite a vicious little fucking tool, this. I mean, I don't seem to be able to get the forward strokes going, but I think it's because I've not got a tight enough grip on this. Now, I will admit, I'm not getting the cleanest of cuts here. As you'll notice on this, I'm not cutting it all the way down to the level of the wood either, because as you can see there, when I tried that, I fucking carved the wood. So, I mean, it's going to need sanding anyway, so leaving a bit that's going to need sanding down isn't going to be too much of a ball ache really. Well, that's going to need filling, and so as soon as I've got the glue here, let's fucking drop a load in there now. because that can at least start making a base for the actual repair to connect to. Okay, so that's those three cut up. This one just out of shot. It's taking a bit more effort than I thought it might. Oh shit. Right. Well, I think without much effort, I'm just fucking duck. I think I might take a little break there because I'm fucked and I need to free up some space on my phone to continue recording. So, but interesting progress there. I mean, yes, it's fucking hurt my wrist and I'm fucking knackered from it, but it was a lot easier than it could have been had I not had that. Right, I'll be back shortly.